Hey guys, welcome to channel DevKage. In this Flutter Basics video, we are going to see how to add a simple splash screen to any Flutter application. And we are going to do this without using any external package. So let's get started. Right now we have this myHomepage class which displays the given string in a text widget. For this demo, I'll use homepage widget as the first page that will be displayed after the splash screen. So first, let's create a new file called splash.dart which will contain a stateful widget called splash screen. From the build method of splash screen state, I'll return a scaffold. Body of this scaffold will be a centered text widget displaying splash screen. Now we can go to main.dart and set splash screen as the home property of this material app. For splash screen, I'll import splash.dart. Next, I would like to display a logo on the splash screen. For this, I have already added a logo.png file under assets folder, and I have also added this to the assets section of pubspec. So in the splash.dart file, I'll replace this text widget with an image widget. Here, I'll use the image.asset constructor and will pass the assets/logo.png. I'll set the background color of this scaffold to black so that it matches with the background of this logo. Okay, now let's see how to add the ability to perform some task in the background and then navigate to the first screen. For this, I'll first add a member in splash screen widget of type future. I'll make this a future of void. And then next, I'll add one more member which will be of type widget. So here, the idea is to wait for the future to complete. And when that happens, we will navigate to the given widget. As I have marked both the members as final, I'll have to add them to the splash screen constructor. And just to make this more error proof, I'll mark both these parameters as required and will assert if any one of them is null. Next, in the splash screen state, I'll override the init state method. In this method, we can register a callback function to get notified when widget.future completes. So I'll write widget.future.then and provide it a callback function. Inside this callback, I'll just navigate to the given navigate to widget using navigator. And notice that here I am using push replacement because we don't want users to come back to the splash screen from homepage of the app when they press back button. Now in the main.dart file, you can see that we are getting errors for splash screen widget. So let's quickly add the required parameters. And to simulate an async call, I'll set the future to future.delayed with a duration of 4 seconds. And for the navigate to property, I'll use my homepage widget. So now if we save this and wait for 4 seconds, you can see that we are automatically navigated to home screen. So in this way, you can add a basic version of splash screen to any app. Right now, I have provided a dummy future here. But in a real app, you might want to do some app-specific initialization like reading user preferences from previous session, or maybe make some API calls to fetch data to be displayed on home screen. Also, note that right now we are not handling the case where future raises an exception. For such cases, futures allows us to register an onError function. So if you want to handle such cases, you can add one more member in splash screen class which will hold a reference to a callback function which should be executed when future fails. You can then register this callback as onError property of .then method of future. Also, as splash screen is just like any other widget, you can add all kinds of animations to it. For example, here I'll quickly add some code to animate the opacity of the splash screen logo. And as you can see, now the logo animates a couple of times before navigating to home screen. So that was it for this video. All the code written in this video is available in a GitHub repository linked in the description. If you want me to explain the animation code in detail, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a separate video on that topic. That being said, if you liked the video, do hit that like button and consider subscribing for more such content. I hope to see you in the next one.